Have you ever imagined diving into the deepest layers of the ocean? Today, you will have the chance. No need to hold your breath or wear cumbersome diving gear. Just step into my submarine, fasten your seatbelt, and get ready for a journey to explore the world beneath the water. As soon as we leave the surface, you'll see a vibrant scene unfold. Schools of sparkling fish swimming by, colorful marine creatures fluttering around, and there, people swimming and waving at us from above. The sunlight is still shining through the clear water, creating a stunning, shimmering effect. But we won't stop here. Goodbye, surface, goodbye, familiar world. We are entering another realm, magical, vast, and mysterious. And just at a depth of 65 feet, a shallow coral reef stretches out, glowing brilliantly near the shore, where divers are slowly exploring every nook and cranny of the ocean. The deeper we go, the further we move away from the familiar light into the realm of giant and mysterious marine creatures. At a depth of 130 feet, we say goodbye to recreational divers. This is the last safe limit for them. But our journey continues, and at 200 feet, a special guest makes an appearance, the orca. These are apex predators in the ocean, with no natural enemies. Their graceful swimming and intelligence make them symbols of power in the deep sea. Continuing down to 230 feet, you'll encounter the whale shark, the largest fish in the world. Weighing up to 60 tons and living up to 130 years, they are truly the gentle giants of the ocean. Despite their massive size, they feed on tiny plankton and swim quietly, like the peaceful protectors of the sea. At 330 feet, if you spot a diver at this depth, they are most certainly an expert. They must be extremely cautious to avoid decompression sickness when returning to the surface. At this depth, you might also encounter the giant Pacific octopus, an intelligent and mysterious creature that lives in cold, deep waters. The deeper we go, the light fades away, and the world around us becomes a surreal, almost frightening space. At 490 feet, only 1% of the sunlight can penetrate. Everything gradually fades into darkness, opening up to a cold and absolutely silent sea. At 660 feet, a legendary creature appears, the oarfish. Measuring up to 36 feet, its slender body and serpentine movements can make anyone seeing it for the first time feel a sense of dread. This fish is often believed to be the inspiration for sea dragon legends. Occasionally, they surface near the water, causing fear among sailors. Going deeper, at 980 feet, we encounter a monster that's real, the Japanese spider crab. With legs so long that its small body appears lost, despite being only 1.5 feet wide, its total leg span can reach up to 12 feet, creating the impression of a creature from another planet. At 1,640 feet, we see the blue whale, the largest animal to ever exist on Earth. Although they usually swim in shallower waters, blue whales can dive to these depths, perhaps just to show off their status in the deep ocean. We are now entering the real depths of the ocean, a place where light disappears completely and life becomes so strange it's hard to believe. At a depth of 1,970 feet, you'll hear strange sounds echoing in the pitch-black water. These are the calls of the sperm whale, transmitted through the SOFAR channel, a special layer of water where sound can travel thousands of miles without losing its strength. At 2,723 feet, try to imagine if the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, were submerged here. You still wouldn't see its top. At this depth, you begin to truly feel the vastness and mystery of the ocean. At 2,950 feet, another legendary creature appears, the giant squid. With eyes as large as saucers, they hide in the darkness, waiting for an endless battle with the sperm whale, the only predator capable of challenging them. The battles between these two giants remain a mystery that has intrigued scientists for years. From here on, we enter the dead light zone, a place where darkness reigns forever. At 3,600 feet, we glide past the West Mata underwater volcano, one of the deepest volcanoes ever recorded, which erupted in 2009 and was captured by remote-controlled devices. We have now officially left the shallow seas and ventured deep into the ocean abyss. A strange world where the pressure is strong enough to crush anyone without protective equipment. At 4,200 feet, the great white shark appears. While typically found in shallower waters, these fearsome predators can still adapt to the dark, using their keen sense of smell instead of poor vision to track down prey. At this same depth is the leatherback sea turtle, the largest turtle in the world, which also dives down here, perhaps to avoid predators, or simply because it likes it. At 4,900 feet, you'll see enormous bottom-trawling nets, one of the most destructive fishing methods, sweeping away any unfortunate creatures in their path. Continuing down to 6,000 feet, we reach the depth equivalent to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Now imagine this great canyon being completely submerged in water. At 6,600 feet, a nightmare called the black dragonfish appears. This terrifying creature lives in total darkness, with sharp teeth and an appearance straight out of a horror movie. But hold on, because this journey still holds more surprises for you below. Descending to 7,400 feet, we encounter the sperm whale, massive creatures that can dive to this depth. But they are not the only ones here. Deep coral reefs begin to appear at 9,900 feet, glowing in the dark, creating a mysterious scene that seems to come from another world. We continue downward to 12,100 feet, where light can hardly penetrate. This is the average depth of the ocean, but not the end of our journey. At 13,100 feet, the pressure is equivalent to having thousands of elephants pressing down on your body, yet that's still not the deepest point. As we reach 15,000 feet, creatures like the black swallowtail fish and the black eel appear. They can swallow prey twice their size. Then at 18,900 feet, the SS Rio Grande shipwreck rests silently on the seabed, abandoned since 1941. But there remains a big question. What else is hidden in these deep, mysterious waters? Finally, we reach Challenger Deep, the deepest point in the ocean. But have we truly discovered all the secrets at the bottom of the sea? The answer is likely still waiting for someone brave enough to dive even deeper. The journey isn't over, is it? Perhaps the most extraordinary things are still waiting for us in places yet to be explored.